Hello and welcome back. In the interim, we yawned, which is an indication that now is a good time to go to sleep. So let's give that a go and see if the professor has any luck in the morning.
Bedtime.
So obviously the sleep thing is just timed. Dun dun dun.
Rusty, good morning. Come see this, quickly.
Have you been up all night?
Absolutely, and it was time well spent. Firstly, take a look at these.
Oh, very clever.
You fixed the gauntlets. That's very impressive.
That's not all. I stepped out for some fresh air when I saw something glowing in the darkness. And then I found it. I thought there may have been more, so I kept looking high and low. And there were. I found 2 more.
Professor, remember going slow?
Remember the sparks, Rusty? I found 3 of them. 3 sparks. The rest must have flown up the tram line before the rock slide.
How did you capture them?
Carefully, Rusty. Carefully. Seems they can't pass through glass. Oh, they're stirring. I believe they're responding to the gauntlets.
Or they're not happy to see me.
I'll only release these sparks if you think you can handle them.
Professor, It was my fault the sparks broke free. I was so angry. But I promised to use the gauntlets wisely to defeat chaos and free my guild.
Very well then. Astonishing! The sparks were drawn like a magnet.
Does this mean I can use these gauntlets now? Even draw schematics?
It might just. The specifics are still a bit of a mystery to me. I'm curious. Would you be willing to help me with an experiment?
Is it safe?
I believe so. I don't think there are enough sparks to cause you harm.
If you're sure.
What are you waiting for? Take a look at this cage.
Okay. So we have our first sparks. We're about to get a basic lesson in how to use the gauntlets, which are the equivalent to the distaff in Loom. And like Loom, you start off with a small number of abilities. In this case, the sparks. In Loom, you had the notes for the drafts. And as you progress through the game, you'll gain more of the sparks, which will allow you to do more things. As you can see, this is your schematic table, and as you see, some lines are blocked off, which will prevent you just randomly drawing schematics to finish off the game. Now, in Loom, what shipped with the original game was the Book of Patterns, which was where you stored all the drafts that you learnt. Unfortunately, at the moment, there is no book of schematics, as it were. So I've just quickly drawn one up in my notepad, so I can keep track of what schematics it is I have, so I don't forget them. Which will be useful for expert mode. At the current moment, I think it does give me a bit of a nudge to let me know the different schematics I already know, to remind me what they're supposed to look like.
I see something. A grid with lines.
It's happening.
So there we go, that's our first schematic, and I'm just going to quickly draw that.
The grid looks unbalanced.
There seems to be a connection between the number of sparks and the complexity of schematics you can design. But if you can completely see the schematic, you should be able to recreate its effect on similar objects. Who knows what other schematics lay hidden inside everyday objects? Fascinating. Well, congratulations. Of course, you're welcome to stay here for as long as need be.
Okay. So that's it now. Just as you need to learn the pattern first. This is done by simply looking around and interacting with the environment. As soon as you learn a pattern, its starting dot and the subsequent lines will be highlighted on your grid in the correct sequence. When you want to apply a schematic, select a target by clicking on it first, then move your cursor over one of the dots on the grid. It will start flashing and a silhouette of the related schematic will be shown as well. Now click the dot with the left button and keep it pushed and start drawing the schematic until you reach the last dot. Release the button and schematic will be applied to the target. Try and stay as close as possible to the grid, don't skip any dot and never go back. If you do, you'll have to start again. Keep in mind that not every schematic you find can be drawn immediately. Your grid has to be complete enough, so keep looking for the missing sparks. Some schematics can be reversed by drawing them mirrored horizontally, but you have to use the right button instead of the left. Last but not least, there are also symmetrical schematics. They always start on one of the dots of the middle column. You draw them with either left or right button, but beware, they cannot be reversed and are usually very powerful, so use them wisely. That's it for now. That's all for this tutorial. Now it's time for some practice. Good luck. Okay, yep, so that was a basic introduction about how to use it, so let's give it a go with this cage. Okay.
I can visualize the rusting process as a schematic.
So,
Hey,
that's
Prof,
Yes, Rusty?
rustic.
why do you keep this old cage here?
Oh, it was once the home of my pet raven. Poor little Edgar.
That's just weird. Okay. As you can see, he's now waving his arms around, so let's give this a go. Now this wasn't easy.
I have to focus on the tip of my finger and follow the line exactly.
Thanks. This isn't as easy as it might look. It's quite sensitive. There we go.
It's as tarnished as it can be.
Okay, but this is possibly a reversing one, so let's press this button. As you can see, the line's now yellow.
This isn't a schematic.
Isn't it?
This...
Am I doing
I
something?
have to focus.
Am I doing something wrong here?
I have to... I should draw this one using another colour.
Okay, I don't know why I can't unrust that.
I have to focus. I have to focus. I have to...
Maybe because it's on the centre line. Okay, let's go for a walk.
Well, Professor, thank you for all the help. And for repairing the gauntlets. Hopefully, I can find the rest of the sparks someday.
I wish I could accompany you on your adventures. I'll endeavor to convince the Magnets of Chaos's return. Perhaps they will listen to the opinion of an educated man.
I hope so too. Time to see about this tram now.
Of course, and if all holds true, your abilities will increase if you find more sparks.
Let's investigate. Oh, well, the magnates are gone. Let's look at these thrones of theirs.
No jewels. I think they've been carved from a single block of white stone.
Marble, probably.
These are the thrones where magnates sit during auditions.
Audiences. I have to stop just speed clicking these things. It's irritating me, and I'm sure it's irritating you. So let's go the other way. Okay. Let's see if we can get back and talk to the vintner guy.
Haven't you had enough of breaking the rules, mister?
The magnates may have let you off easy, but they still have you on report.
That means you're not leaving the city.
Oh.
So don't think you're getting by.
Fantastic.
Well, I didn't do anything.
Well, in that case, let's go this way. Nice. So, we have the white district, the yellow district, or I think it's otherwise known as the canary district, the blue district, the green district, and the red district. The green district is rather nice. Let's have a look in here. It's like an arboretum for strange
Never have
things.
thought plants could grow underground. These miners are really something.
It's pretty. Ah, more talking. There's a lot of exposition in this game so far. A lot of exposition.
What is this place?
I beg your pardon?
I'm sorry, I'm not from around here. It's amazing. Is everything made of crystal?
Crystals, minerals, and everything in between. But no traditional plants, if that's what you mean.
How does anything grow here? There's no water or sunlight.
You're thinking like a toplander. All we need is mineral-enriched soil, and a few dozen centuries of ingenuity. Enjoy your stay in the garden, but please don't touch anything.
Okay, let's see if you can tell us any more.
Hey, Mr. Gardner, tell me some more about this place.
We grow most of our gemological exports right here under the cloche. Instead of carving a rupee into a rose, we can grow one.
I had no idea. We blacksmiths don't get the chance to work with many gemstones.
If you ever have the spare time, spend a summer here. The things you'd see.
Okay. So, rather than growing... Rather
The
than...
entire meadow is made of emerald blades of grass. Simply amazing.
Please stay off the grass.
Yeah, it'd probably break. Interesting way of doing things, but then this is the land of magic. Let's see what's going on in the red district.
It's no use, Shale. This pillar is just too big.
You might be right, Clay. We'll have to submit a request to the magnates for some mild explosives.
That could take weeks. You know how long it takes them to do anything.
We don't have much other choice.
Well, hello there.
Hello indeed.
Hi. So, is the tram out of service?
Unfortunately.
The last tremor caused this.
And now we're stuck with this ridiculous stalactite in the line.
I really need to get back to the surface. Is this the only way?
With all these earthquakes, it's the only way I would trust.
Not to mention the high chances of getting lost in the underground tunnels if you go on foot.
And all the creepy things that lurk in the shadows.
Oh my.
So you'll just have to be patient.
Let's look at this.
This section of the rail has been bent to be used as a railroad switch. Wait!
Here we go. Our schematic for bending.
I can see the bending process as a schematic.
Fantastic. Right. Let's have a look at this stalactite now.
We've tried all day to split this boulder, but it's just too stubborn.
We've gotten quite the workout, though. Nearly dislocated our shoulders trying to break it.
I guess brute force won't help with this huge rock. There has to be a smarter way to take care of it.
Well, I'm going to leave the video here, and in the next video we're going to try and figure out a smart way of breaking this boulder, this stalactite, so we can get the tram moving again. So, ta-ta for now, see you soon.